live with Retro Collectibles. There's one person in there so far. Last time we had a bunch, so hopefully it turns out okay like that again. But it was short notice. Just shutting the door to the laundry room.
Yep.
It's not like I do laundry. I wear my clothes until they feel like a suit of armor anyway. It's Glenn's laundry. That's what we're doing. Oh, I forgot my Pepsi. Just getting set up with all the jug up, waiting for people to show up. But it was short notice again, so I don't know. I did this with like 20 minutes notice, but I did mention that we were going to do it early Sunday evening. So hopefully people are able to come. We'll give it a while. There's one person in. Unless that's myself. I don't think so, though. I'll check in a second here. Oh, two people in. I'm going to see who they are in a second and see, say hello to them. They can hear us, Glenn, by the way. We are live. Sitting down, getting comfortable here. Did you check out the Pioneer? Yes, I did. Yes, I did, actually. That's awesome. It's in the blue with the American flag. I did check that out. I checked it out, actually, I think the day we did the last live, my friend. And I like it. I'm a fan. I'm thinking I might try to do something like that on my own as a custom. Glenn is thinking about that as well. Wild the Hedgehog. I like some of your names, by the way. There was a name that caught my eye. It was a female named Krista Thrift. I was like, or Thrifty, or I think it was Krista Thrift. I was like, that's a cool name. The Boston Ranger. Hey, hello, my friend. The Boston Ranger 1970 is in the house. Any questions you guys have for me and Glenn, just fire away. Glenn is here as well. We got 3 people so far in the chat. Now, like I said, we're doing this with short notice. So, like, I basically gave a hint that we're going to be doing it Sunday. And then within the last half hour, I was like, okay, we're going to do it. But the cool thing is this time I figured out how to make a little wait area so people know that it's there and can wait. Because last time I had a few people messaging asking, we can't find you, dude, we can't find you. So I think I made it a little bit easier to find. We were actually thinking about starting to do lives outside on the deck too, because it is gorgeous out there right now. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's nice. What's the weather like where you guys are at? I'm in Southern Ontario, Canada. Is it cold where you guys are? Warming up? What's it like? It's hot here. Oh, you're in Burbank, California. Very nice. I would love to go see that. I would love to visit there someday, my friend. Like that. Ever since I was a kid, seeing all the stuff, like the movie scenes and stuff shot out that way, I've always dreamed about being to go out there and see that. I've been all over Canada. Me being a new collector, which brands do you recommend for diecast? It depends what you're looking for and what you're willing to pay. Ertl, I really enjoy Ertl for the movie cars. A lot of them are older. You have to get them on the secondary market, but if you shop around, you can get them for a good deal. Higher end is obviously Auto Art, what you mentioned to me. The best movie cars, in my opinion, is Auto World silver screen machines. And the cool thing about those is you can actually get them on the ground level right now. Like a lot of them are still in diecast stores. Like I have Christine with the glowing headlights. That's a cool one. I got that from a diecast store. Maisto, they're a very good budget brand. Just don't pay too much for them. Like they're 23 bucks in the store here in Canada. The idea is they're good bang for the buck, so I wouldn't pay like $100 or $80 for one because they're not 80 or $100 models. Ertl Auto World is very good. Obviously, Greenlight is up there as well. I enjoy a lot of the stuff Greenlight does. The best Greenlight 118s are the Fall Guy truck. In my opinion, some of the best is the Fall Guy truck is beautiful. And Bigfoot as well. 79 degrees here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We have a different, ours is the other system, Celsius.
One's Celsius and one's Fahrenheit.
Yeah. What are we at, Glenn? Can you check your phone to check the temperature? I have a Maisto 69 charger set aside for General Lee. That's awesome. You know what? Wild the Hedgehog. Glenn, because he was talking about recently doing a Maisto General Lee charger.
It's 21 Celsius here.
21 degrees Celsius here, which is warm for 6:21 at night. Yeah. But if you look back in my videos for 905 Dave, I did a black General Lee. He brought over a black Charger, a Maisto, a beautiful one in the box, and he got me high quality decals to put on it. And it looks great, but we were like, damn, I wish somebody would 3D print the wheels or something, like the proper vector rims. And sure enough, I found some on eBay the other day. So if you want, when this video is done, I will share the link for those wheels in the description for your project, General Lee Custom. Glenn has a good orange one here too that has a black stripe, but he thinks he might leave the stripe on it when he does the General because he's thinking about making it a little bit different, like making it his version, but that's what customs are all about. But Maistos some of them make really good customs. And you don't cry when you're chopping them up or doing anything weird with them. Like the Christine, the blue Charger I did for Christine, it came from Maisto. It had the black stripe and it had different wheels on it. And I wheel swapped the wheels from the purple Charger that they did the year before, and they actually interchanged beautifully. So they looked a lot better. So it's close anyway. It's not as good as an Auto World. Do I have any? Oh, the Divco milk truck. I do not, but you know who loves those? A guy in the 905 crew. Giuliano, you've heard me talk about him. He is a nut for those. He collects them in 164, but I think he has bigger ones. He loves the dairy trucks. Like every time I see a new release in the store, I text him, "Do you have this?" And I usually grab them. They did one that I regretted not getting. RLC did a Divco truck last year. What was it? Was it Hershey or it was something like that? Reese maybe, or I can't remember what it was. It was something along those lines. I didn't get it and I regretted it. I was like, damn. And Giuliano got it and it looked darn nice when he got it. But I'm starting to collect different stuff as I see new stuff. Like I said I was going to stick to movie cars. And Glenn friggin' sucked me in. I'll show you guys. Because I quit 164s unless it's really nice customs or something I love, right? Look at this, Glenn sucking me in. He brought this back from Vegas for me. It's the RWB Porsche. That is nice quality there. And if you look up in the corner, where is it? See the little packaged? That's actually a figure up in the corner. They're beautiful. I always said I wasn't going to collect smaller scale again, but when I see those, and I'm going to get a 1 of 18 scale one. I have it picked out. It's all murdered out black. I showed the Boston Ranger 1970 actually earlier. It's called the Dark Vader, and it's really nice. I have a Matchbox Divco. I'm going to customize it. Oh, a mystery machine. That would be killer. Yeah, we're starting to play with a little bit of customs too. A few of you guys have mentioned vintage RC cars. Will, who watches the channel and is close to us here, he actually was very cool. He donated one the other day. I put a picture of it in the last video of Glenn's Vegas haul. And it's yellow, and it's the vintage Clodbuster. It's not the reissue. It needs a servo. It needs, you know, a lot, like the radio, the electronics. Like, it's definitely a project, but the bones are all there, and it's vintage. So I cannot wait to get in. And he gave it to me with the idea of doing it as a project on this channel, because a lot of you guys seem to like when we do stuff like that. So that's what's going to be done. It's going to be done on this channel. There's a few projects actually that we're going to be doing on this channel. Some of them have to do with die-cast. Some of it has to do with die-cast display. Like the Bigfoot display. By the way, wherever you live, if you eat these yellow bananas, don't buy this brand because they're too friggin' fresh. And you'll eat the whole bag. I'm looking at getting another Matchbox Divco. Oh, okay, I already... Oh, make it an 18 van. That would be killer too, actually. I never thought of that. Glenn, taking a dairy truck and making it an 18 van.
That would be a good idea.
Sorry about the rustling, guys. I'm trying to get into my bananas here. There we go. Sorry, I know the mic picks it up. There, I got a handful, so I don't got to do it again. Do you customize and sell them? I've never sold them before. I did trade or sell to a guy I did a Ferris Bueller custom, a 118, the Ferrari. Instead of paying hundreds for the actual release, I got a nice, really nice Hot Wheels Elite Ferrari. I think it was done by Elite. And it had tampos all over it. So I removed the tampos. It's got an opening trunk. It's beautiful. But I ended up painting the interior to match and everything. And then I got a second one in some other deal. So I sold that one to my friend Will, the guy that's donating the Clodbuster to the channel, for what I paid for it. This was a while back. So technically I did sell a custom, actually. And that one came out pretty good, if I do say so myself. I do better with the bigger stuff like that. But I can do decals and stuff on little stuff. I'm starting to play around a little bit more with customs. Please let me know if you do. Oh, for sure I will. Yeah, for sure I will. In fact, I'm trying to think. I have, there's some customizing videos on my channel when I did the Maestro into the Christine car and that. I'm not sure if you've seen it. Some of my older videos repairing battery corrosion in the vintage toys, like when people leave batteries in them. I repaired a Back to the Future, actually, a Diamond Select, the big one at 15 scale. It had leaking batteries and we got it going again, thankfully. The Divco Mystery Machine Custom will have copper rims. Oh yeah, that'll make it pop for sure. Yeah, copper rims on that would make it pop. In fact, I think I seen a video on Facebook of one that had copper color rims. And it looked good. It was a 40 Cono line somebody did up, actually. I hope I'm coming in good to you guys and it sounds good and everything. And Glenn, as you know, since you guys are in the inner circle, Glenn wasn't really in prisons. That's just something we do for fun for the channel. But it was him and Dave that went to Las Vegas. And, oh, metallic red rims on the A-Team. You're getting my attention. it was those guys that went to Vegas, and they went to a big Mexican mall first that had a huge diecast store. But then they went to House of Cars, Vegas, and they went to the Toy Shack. You know, the expert on Pawn Stars, Johnny, they had to, the lady at the Toy Shack, that's the guy that owns the Toy Shack, the guy that does appraisals on Pawn Stars. The lady working in the store actually had to call him and negotiate a deal with Dave for a really wicked car that he picked up that I'm going to see if I could show you guys very soon. He was very tired last night because they all traveled all day yesterday. So Glenn stayed up like a champ to do that video last night. And I was up editing that until, that video yesterday, an hour long, and it didn't end up going up until like 5 in the morning or something, 4 in the morning. And of course, I pick a live when it's beautiful weather and everybody's probably out for dinner. I should have waited till later in the evening to do it, but you know what? We got to do it when we can because later in the evening, I'll be in bed. And so will Glenn because 2:30 in the morning comes damn early. The flashlight, that flashlight was amazing actually, and it's from AliExpress. If you watch some of my older videos from the last few months, we've been ordering a lot from AliExpress. They have some high-end diecast cars. Actually, you know what? The Boston Ranger 1970, that's one place I cannot believe I haven't checked yet for the car that you want. So I'm going to check that when I get off live. I should have checked that first. That's where my Back to the Future Super Elite came from. AliExpress, believe it or not. But yeah, that flashlight's like a little spotlight. I couldn't believe it. In the reviews, I seen pictures of it. I thought it was bull crap, but I was like, holy crap. That is bright. Be good for fishing, spotting in the water. Glenn, the next unboxing we're gonna do, I don't think it'll probably be tomorrow, but I'll show you guys. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. Actually, it's a nice one. Don't mind the shaky, guys. Keep in mind, this has to be done in vertical for some reason, unless I patch it through a computer or something somebody was explaining to me. But it's gonna be this guy. Tweaked. It's a GMP Grand National, and I love the colors of it. It's got some wild 80s colors. I love it. Hi, Neil. Hi, everyone. Hey, Hemi Nate. How you doing, my friend? That's one that you might like as well. The one that we're doing next is the Tweaked. The GMP Buick Grand National Tweaked. I have a checker diecast that I'm going to customize into a generally checker. Like a checker cab, you mean? Like the old marathon cabs? I love those. That's awesome, Hemi Nate. Glenn just got back from Vegas. You seen the crazy stuff in yesterday's video, I'm sure. He's dragging me back into 164. I think you just got here on the live, but I'll show you. He comes in with stuff like this, and I've been looking at the RWB stuff lately. And this even comes with a little figure. See on the end? You can't really see it through the packaging, but I seen that one and the white one. Where did I put the white one?
Right here.
Oh, the white one's here. Okay, hold on, guys. So Glenn, just when I try to get out, he drags me back in. Look how beautiful that is. And I love that it's not all full of tampos and stickers. That would look so nice. Oh, yeah, the checker marathon as a general lead with gold rims. That would be killer. I look up on the internet. It's interesting. I like looking up about those old marathon cabs. They were actually made for 1,000,000 miles, from what I've read. Like super heavy duty. I've yet to watch that video. I'll watch it after the live stream. Awesome. Yeah, it's we show everything that Glenn brought in from Vegas, and some of it's pretty killer, buddy. And some of it's stuff that he brought in a whole tub of stuff, just like the little white Porsche I showed you, skylines and everything, stuff that he doesn't normally collect, that I was blown away. I was like, holy crap. One thing I like, I'll show you. I'll give you a little preview of some of this stuff he got. Oh, it might be moved. Hold on. We still have stuff unpacked from his trip here, like a lot of the die cast we're going through. So I told him to leave it out in case you guys want to see stuff. So that's what he did. I'm looking for your Glenn Back to the Future.
On top of the fireplace, I believe. Letting down.
Oh, okay.
Or it's on the corner over there.
Okay, I see it. Okay, sorry guys. Now this is from the days when RLC, they were actually limited. Do I have any Trabant diecast? No, I've never heard of that. I'm gonna look it up. I always like hearing about new stuff. I like opening up expensive stuff, but the cheaper stuff as well. Like that way we get to see everything. But RLCs nowadays, I'm very selective because now they do huge runs. They're not what they used to be. Check that out. You want to see a nice a limited production, a real limited production? 3,300 made. That is nice. And of course, this is before I was collecting. He has the Ecto as well, but he brought that home. I won't show you everything. I don't want to ruin it, Hemi Nate, but he brought home some cool stuff. That collab piece, Optimus Prime. Yeah, definitely worth checking out that vidya, because it's an hour long of just fun going through the stuff, talking about it. I got all my lights going nice and bright in my cabinet, because last time I showed them to you guys, it was in the video. I was embarrassed. I was like, oh guys, you haven't seen my cabinet for a while, and I hadn't fired it up for a while. Click, half of them are dead, the other half is dim, so I was like, that's embarrassing. So I got that all worked out, and I got it set up to where I'm gonna have it permanently. My next goal with my cabinet is getting license plates to put behind all the cars, and getting, obviously, figures for all the cars. So I would have loved to go to that toy shack, though, that they went to. That was amazing. And I forgot to tell you guys, Glenn also went to Gold and Silver Pawn Shop, aka Pawn Stars. And he has something coming in the mail from there. Because they flew out there, they could only bring so much stuff, right? So they had to ship themselves back some stuff from the States. That's also a Justin trick. I've seen him do that. He goes somewhere and he can't bring everything back, so he actually ships himself a package back. I've also heard of people doing that with like illegal stuff too, but I'm talking about toys right now. Glenn Cowie commented on my photo. Well, I cannot check right now, Glenn Cowie.
It was just the one thanking the dean.
Oh. Yeah.
Came up on my phone.
I'll show you guys the gifts actually that I got from them in case you guys haven't seen them yet. They brought me back gifts. I'm just looking for them and all of this awesome stuff. Oh, so here, this was awesome. I believe, now Dave is behind it. Of course, Dave and Nadine both got me this. But Nadine in particular see me talking about this on Facebook. So I believe she said, oh, Neil would like that. And she was right. These are not in Canada yet. They also did what was his name there? T-Bird, that meth head. They did his souped up car too. I want to get one of those. And Glenn got me something that's not die cast, but it's something that I love all the same. And if you guys, oh, I gotta be careful. And if you guys know me, you guys know that I love that. Arizona hot sauce. Love that kind. Dang, sounds like quite the haul. Oh yeah, yeah. Wait till you see it, buddy. Yeah, they spent a few bucks, that's for sure. Dave got some kind of prototype. It's like a Hot Wheels prototype. That's what had to be. I guess the Hot Wheels prototype Dave got came from Toy Shack. It's some big deal, like it's a funny car and it's all in white. And I guess the girl working at the Toy Shack had to call Johnny, the guy that you see on Pawn Stars, to go back and forth with Dave about the price. And I guess Dave got some money knocked off or something like that, because Dave's not an idiot. He knows how to shop. He knows how to do stuff. He probably, what he did is because he was buying a bunch of stuff, he said, "Hey, knock a few bucks off this."
Just had questions on the car because it's only one of one and it's a prototype.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a one of one and it's a prototype, the thing that Dave got, which is pretty awesome. I'm waiting to see it myself in person. I haven't seen it yet. When they pulled up, understandably, Dave was dead tired. So, just looking for stuff I didn't show in the video to show you guys. And there's still lots of stuff I didn't show, because I don't want to ruin Hemi Nate's video either. There's something. Oh, I know what I'm going to show you guys. I might have showed it in the video, but maybe I didn't. But this is something. They're made to look old. Okay, sorry guys. These here are made to be, I'll go out in the light, commemorative pieces, but they are vintage now because they're from 1993 or something like that. But check this out. They're made to look like the old ones from like the 60s. But these are from, like I said, the early 90s. Snake and mongoose. That's how they look back in the day. I'll show you individually here. I love those.
And
Snake and mongoose rule.
Protectors coming for them.
Yeah, we have some special protectors coming for them because those are obviously a special size. Do you have any die casts of Trabant? What? I'm not sure what that is, Wild. What is a Trabant? What is that? If I wasn't on live, I would Google it and see what they are. Thank you, Boston Ranger. Those are pretty killer, actually. It's a car from East Germany. Oh, no, I'm not. You know what? Now that you say that, it sounds familiar. I would not be surprised to see one of those kicking around downstairs. When I get off here, I'm going to Google it to see, just to jog my memory. But Glenn has some pretty oddball stuff. Like, he's got stuff that I've said, dude, like, why did you get this? You know what I mean? And that sounds like it might be one of those cars. Because, yeah, he has some of the stuff he has, he just bought. Like, he doesn't collect, he just bought it because it's oddball or whatever. So he might have it. Wild, I have a few 160 or Maisto versions of it. Trent. That's awesome that you guys talk amongst yourselves and get along, by the way, too. You guys are all part of the same retro army, don't forget. So I like to see you guys getting along. There's a die cast of a Yugo. Oh, I know the Yugo. I recognize that.
I've heard of that. And there's something like the Lada, I think, if I remember right.
Yeah, it's a little car. There was a lady, there's a story when I was growing up, and it's actually a true story. Where I grew up in Sault Ste. Marie, it's a border town to Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. So I can go right to downtown, cross the bridge, go over the Great Lakes, and I'm in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan in the USA. Like I could walk across it at the rapids. You wouldn't want to do it because they'd catch you, but you could do it. But it's not far from Mackinac Island and the Straits of Mackinac. Mackinac Island's a beautiful tourist island. There's no cars on the whole island. It's all horse and buggy. You get there by ferry. Beautiful though. But where was I going with? Oh, so going across the Straits of Mackinac, the bridge doesn't go to Mackinac Island, but it goes across the Straits of Mackinac. Okay, this huge Mackinac Bridge. It's a huge bridge. I heard rumors back in the 80s or 90s that a woman in a small car got blown over the side of it in a big windstorm, snowstorm. And I thought it was BS, but I Googled it a few years ago and it was true. It even had the woman's name and everything, but I believe she was driving a Yugo. Or it was something small like that, but I believe it was a Yugo. I'm not mistaken. What's up, Rowdy Bobby? How you doing? Welcome to the live. We're having a live here, Q&A session, where you can ask questions. It was short notice, but we still got some people in here, which is awesome. I'm going to make it so that we have a schedule for the lives so that it works. We pick a day that works for me and Glenn and all you guys, and then that way it's the same time and day all the time. We're just playing with it for now. But yeah, the lady that got blown over the bridge, can you imagine that? And there was witnesses that seen it too, and it was a true story. When I was a kid, I thought it was one of those wives' tales, but do I have a die-cast 49 Tucker torpedo? That I don't think I have, but that is something, like I said, I would not be surprised. These cars you're asking about, I'm actually going to check downstairs later on to see if we have them.
I don't have the Tucker. I like it. I've seen one, but I couldn't afford it at the time.
Oh, Glenn doesn't have a Tucker, he says. I was going to say I wouldn't be surprised if he had one because he's got the friggin' presidential limo, that Kennedy car that I unboxed, which is actually very well done. Yat Ming, actually. I'm a fan of Yat Ming now. Some of the stuff that they do is very nice quality. And Bobby, Rowdy Bobby, Glenn and Dave were in Vegas for a week diecast hunting, and you should see the stuff that they brought back. Yesterday's video is an hour long. If you haven't checked it out yet, you should check it out. Only 50 Tuckers were built. They're $1 million car. Wow. Yeah, I've seen on TV, like on like the automotive shows and stuff like that. You need to get pickups and SUVs. Like what, in 1 of 18 scale, you mean? I have the Fall Guy truck. I watched some of that Fat Batman's cool. Yeah, the Fat Batmobile's awesome, actually. And yeah, there is another 1 of 18 scale truck I'm looking at getting. It's the Highway 61 Texas Chainsaw Massacre with the Leatherface figure. I got these trucks, if those count. Oh, sorry guys. And I have Bigfoot. Wait, trying to... Sorry guys, it doesn't show me what you guys are seeing. Okay, there you go, Bobby. I got those guys the other day. I hate the way this does. It doesn't let me film sideways. See the trucks? You could see them, I'm sure. Got any Chevy K5 Blazer diecast? You know what? Before I sold off, I went into the store, and it's actually in my old videos if you go back, but I found there was a set of M2s that was a K5 Blazer set that people were going crazy for, and it was the first set. And I walked in the one day and found the chase of that. I found the whole set and it had the chase. Um, as for one of 18, I don't have any Blazer die casts. Glenn does have a Ford Bronco, like the OJ one, in one of 18, only it's the Midnight Edition. It's black with the cool graphics. Or the Night Edition or whatever it's called. Those trucks here, they don't belong to me. I got them in the store, but those belong to Justin, actually. And then the next set, hopefully I can get a set for Dave if they come back to the store again, which I hope they do. Got any Edsel? Don't got any Edsels. Glenn, do you have any Edsels?
I might have one or two downstairs. I'm not sure, being honest.
Glenn said he might have Edsels, and the only trucks we have to like that, Bobby, are 1 of 24 scale like M2 machines, and those aren't really fun to unbox because there's not really a lot to look at. Glenn did say we can unbox them though, but I just don't think that those would be very much detail, you know what I mean? And Glenn doesn't have any 1 of 18 scale trucks other than that I could think of. The one that he had, we unboxed. It's the red Maisto Ford Lightning, I believe it was. I unboxed but it's a really old video. It's, like I said, the OJ Bronco. That's the Night Edition. A detailed Ford Pinto. You know what? Somebody might have. I would not be surprised if somebody did, because I'm starting to see all these obscure, like a lot of obscure cars. Like Solito is making a 1 of 18 scale Honda EK. That's not really an obscure car. I'm just surprised with the variety that they're starting to come out with now. I was just gonna show you guys something else. What was I gonna show? I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank. Drawing a blank. I was gonna show you guys something. Ted Bundy VW Beetle? Actually, yeah, we do. Well, it's close to a Ted Bundy VW Beetle. I'm gonna make it into. I'm getting one just like it. It's Glenn's. I'm gonna make it into a G1 Bumblebee, actually, because that's the only thing it needs is a Decepticon symbol. But that's the Road Legends, actually. And if you look back, it's about a month ago. It's a yellow Beetle. His was a different color than that one. Well, he stole 2 different ones during his spree, but it's very similar to the one that he stole when he broke out of jail, I believe. But yeah, we did. It's not technically a Ted Bundy Beetle, but it's funny because in the thumbnail, I put a picture of Ted Bundy beside it. So it's funny you say that. What about a 2023 Hot Wheels Premium Jaws? I have that. I have one of those. The Jaws Blazer. I've got that. Hold on. Got one of those on my wall. Those were hard to get when they were in the stores. Very hard. And people were charging a friggin' arm and a leg. I'm lucky I'm a good hunter, and I'm lucky that I know people that don't charge me an arm and a leg. But give me a second here. Just coming down to the basement. I've got it hanging up on my wall, actually, because it's my 164s. I don't collect a lot of them anymore. I just collect what I absolutely love in 164. Like, I have the grease cars from Bobby. I've got some custom stuff. Where's John? Oh, right here. Right here. Did you ever find that Porsche for your buddy? Not yet. No, I'm still looking for that. But there is the Jaws right there. I think that's the one you're talking about. This guy. Yeah, that was hot as anything when it was in the store. You guys want to see something cool? See, this is 164. I collect oddball stuff. There's an OJ Bronco. I like that the juice is loose on the top corner. And then on the back, that was a gift from my buddy Dave. But this is the type of stuff I collect here, just stuff that I love. That is all kinds of cool. Project in progress. This one here, I need to get, there's 2 more, I believe. I need to get the mate for this, and then there's a hard case one, but Johnny Lightning, Guns N' Roses, the old Vega. That's nice. Mine arrived yesterday. Oh, awesome. Yeah, the Jaws. That's awesome. And that's not bad that you ordered one because those were extremely hard to get. And people that were getting them in the stores, one arm and a leg. I think I walked in and found them once or twice at Toys R Us. Yeah, I didn't find them often anyway, that's for sure. Start killing some of these lights here. Oh, just so you know, Bobby, I'll show you. Oh, before I go. Bobby, check this out. Don't mind my bar top. It's got like stuff all over it, but see, still got the grease cars. See, that's the type of stuff. Just oddball stuff. Look at this. Look at this error. That's not an error. I did that, but it's a vintage car and a modern card. Because that's an easy trick to take the bubbles off of Hot Wheels and reseal them so you don't even know that it happened. You guys know how to do that, right? You take acetone to the back of the card and it loosens up the glue. It goes through the cardboard, loosens up the glue. I did a video on that too. That was an older video. But I'm going tomorrow to Wally to check tomorrow for that Porsche. Awesome, thank you. That it's a chase, so it might be a tougher one to get. This is the older Godzilla Skyline. I haven't found the new one yet, but my friend got me the new one. I just have to pick it up from him. That's the older Godzilla right there. I had a bunch of those, but I gave them all out. You know what I had a bunch of, and I gave everyone away and didn't keep one for myself, and I'm kicking myself again because I always do that, was the Zamek Honda Civics. Didn't keep a single one for me. But that's okay because I got friends that have some, and I'm going to get one off of one of my friends. Yeah, I want that damn gold Civic and Valentine's Dodge. I'm trying to... The gold Civic, what, the Super Treasure Hunt or just the common one? The gold Civic, if you're talking about the Treasure Hunt, that one sells for a lot of money. Oh, just the mainline one. I had a few of those, but I gave away most of them too. I have, I think, one left, couple left maybe. Glenn, are you awake?
Nope. Yep, I am.
Oh, that's gone out of the stores, the Valentine's Little Red Express. Unfortunately, you'll have to get that from Marketplace or Kijiji or a diecast show. Because those come in batches, that all this stuff comes in batches and then just goes. So Just reading through the comments. The Boston Ranger, was it the Jaws car that you ordered that showed up yesterday? I mean, Nate, I was super lucky to have found the gold Civic. Oh, at the bottom of a dump bin. Yeah. A lot of people overlook because they get lazy or whatever. That is good for you for doing that. I know a guy, and it's funny because it's actually Grimace, the guy that I don't get along with anymore. But he used to find supers all the time and right in the bottom of dump bins, the bottom corners and stuff like that. That is, and that's one that's going to be worth a lot of money. It already is. It already is strong. So Hemi Nate, you should put that in a good protector and keep that. Don't let anybody get it from you. That's one for the vault, I would call that. Oh yeah, the Hot Wheels will do the Dodge. They keep doing them over and over and over again. I think they just released it in red actually not long ago, if I'm not mistaken. I have that in the treasure hunt from a couple years ago. I have it hanging on my wall. I wish that it's a treasure hunt, but it's in green. It's like the Warlock. I wish they did it in red, like the Little Red Express. It's in a protector on my wall. Oh yeah, that's killer, buddy. Yeah, that's definitely one that I think that if you hold on to that, it's gonna go up in value. Some of them do, some of them don't. That one, anything with JDM now is sizzling hot. Sizzling hot. I remember one of the people I gave a Zamek Civic to was Gordon. He was in the chat earlier. He might have left. Some people pop in and out just to say hello, whatever, show support. But Gordon, I hooked him up with one because at the time people were just gouging each other for them. Like it's a $2 car. There's people charging $20 for them. So I felt bad because if he can't get it from the store or whatever, so I gave him one because at the time I had several of them. Those were nice. And the Boston Ranger 1970, in case you wonder, I collect mostly the bigger 1 of 18 scale. But I started out in the little stuff, and then what happened was if you check my older videos, I had a second bedroom in my apartment that was full of toys. It looked like a store. And then me and my wife split up, and I wasn't going to have the room to keep the stuff anymore, so I had to sell 70% of what I had. Keep what I loved the most, like I've got boxing memorabilia I'll never sell, like my Muhammad Ali autograph, stuff like that. And so I sold off like 75% of it. And it was stuff like I had vintage Duke stuff. I had all the old Ertl cars like in the sealed packages, like the 18 van, all the stuff from the 80s. So I sold that off, kept what I loved the most, and then got into the 1 of 18 scale movie cars. And I can't even remember where I was going with that. So yeah, that's why sometimes you'll see other stuff on my channel because I'm still loosely into it and a lot of my other friends still collect it. So I go out and hunt for my friends that are in my group. Like I've got a small group here and we all kind of help each other out with hunting diecast stuff. And that's what I do. So I still hunt and I still check for those guys. Yeah, that was yeah, I'm really loving the 118 scale. The first one that I got was actually a Maisto. It was a purple Charger, and then the first real high-end one I got, I actually unboxed it on my channel. It was when I had like no subscribers barely. It was a yellow Superbird Daytona. It was a really, really high-end one, like super nice. It had real seat belts, all that stuff. Some of the 1 of 18 scale cars are amazing. Like if you look, like for example, the General Lee silver screen machines, it's got, you turn the wheel and the drive shaft turns. Like the details are just amazing on some of them. And that's what drew me into the 1 of 18 scale. Between Dave and seeing the awesome stuff, because he was mentioning it to me too. Dude, you got to check out the 1 of 18 scale. And yeah, that was all she wrote when I bought that yellow one. And then I sold the yellow one to get my first serious movie car, which was the Silver Screen Machines Christine with the glowing headlights. But the 118 Mad Max, that's awesome. I've been buying only the stuff that I watched as a kid. I get people ask me about Mad Max and James Bond. I wasn't really into them, but I'm thinking I might buy the odd one if I get them for the right price because they are movie cars and I am a completionist. You know what I mean? Like the car the other day, I seen a good deal for the car. A guy had 4 Auto World cars and it was cheap. Like he had them for $150 each, or buy the 4 for $350. And one of them was an Ertl Authentics pink Charger, and one of them was an Auto World the car. And I was like, wow, that's a good deal for the 4 of those. And the 118 Mad Max, which company made it, buddy? The Boston Ranger. Who's the company that made your Mad Max? There's one that I think Auto Art made. Auto Art, I believe it's Auto Art. They made 2 different ones, and one of them's the Mad Max like signature series, or it's something crazy. But it's the creme de la creme. I also seen, I believe it's Kyosho made the Lara Croft Tomb Raider Jeep. That's out of my league though. These are like $500-$600 models, but they're really, really nice. Detailed. Those are ones I would have to shop around a bit to find. Like I'm going to be shopping around when I get off here, the Boston Ranger 1970, to see if we could find that other Ferrari you were asking about. In fact, holy crap, it's been almost an hour. I better start wrapping this up in a couple of minutes. So before I go, is there any other questions? So we do have an unboxing video that will be up in the next day or two, a really good one. I'm actually looking forward to it because of the cool colors on it. But before I go, is there any other questions? And by the way, I did not get rid of this thing yet on my face because I look like a total idiot. I haven't got around to that yet. So I think I'm just going to forget about that. Greenlight. Okay, yeah, Greenlight makes nice stuff. I've got the Greenlight A-Team van, and it's got the side door slides open, and some of the higher end, more expensive ones don't even have that. And I've got the Greenlight Fall Guy truck. Someone's selling a Hot Wheels Night Elite on Facebook Marketplace. Oh, I seen that. I seen that actually, my friend. There's a guy that is selling. You know what I would love? I would give my left for it. If you look on YouTube, there's a Knight Rider. They made a Super Elite Knight Rider. You know, like my Super Elite DeLorean that I unboxed for the 1,000 subscriber video. They did a Knight Rider like that, but it's expensive and it is amazing. It kit talks, everything lights up inside. It plays the friggin' theme song. Like they took the Hot Wheels Elite casting of it and did that. I have the Joyride version of it. What I like about the Joyride is it's got the working ejector seat and it's got the grappling hook on the front. Oh yeah, that's killer. Yeah, but it's $900. It's out of my league. And the Boston Ranger, you know what? I don't. Part of it why it's so expensive is it's Knight Riders. So guys our age, they're realizing that we're coming into disposable income now. So they're working on our nostalgia. Even the toys that are in Walmart, they're doing the retro stuff, and the prices are through the roof on some of it. Like. About a year ago, I was excited. I said, oh, the A-Team, and it was a Playmobil set with the van and the 4 A-Team figures. I picked it up, but I almost crapped. It was almost $200, over $200 Canadian at Walmart. I was like, yeah, obviously a kid's not buying that. You know what I mean? So they're starting to target us. But the Hot Wheels Super Elites, the story I heard is Hot Wheels employed a company in China to make them the Super Elites. So it was basically the Hot Wheels Elite casting, but they put electronics in it and made it do crazy stuff. The company made them a bunch of these models, and then at the end, Hot Wheels turned around and said, I don't want them anymore. I don't think our customers are going to buy them because they're too expensive, and left this company with all these models. So technically, it's not an official Hot Wheels release from what I've heard, even though it says Hot Wheels on the box and that. Now, the DeLorean was done in China, so there's tons of them you can get out of China the way I did. I'm not sure where Knight Rider was done. Maybe it wasn't done in China, and that's why it's so expensive. I'm not sure. I'm going to look into that, but I sure would love one. Your channel is tremendous. You represent real Canadians. Do you collect masterpiece transfer? Thank you, my friend. You know what? If you look at my older videos, I didn't collect masterpiece ones. You know which ones I got hooked on? The Walmart G1. You know the Walmart reissues that look just like the G1s, except for the Optimus Prime. They should have put a trailer with it. But I pieced together the whole collection of that with the big Devastator box set. And the funny thing is, I didn't discover them till they were out of the store. So I had to piece them all together from Marketplace and everything. It took me 2 years to get the Devastator. I got it from a guy out in Nova Scotia for $100 shipped. Everybody else wanted $250 for it. And it's like, it's a reissue. It's not the vintage one. But I was into those heavy, the reissue ones. And I also collected the collaboration pieces. I had the two Ectotrons. I had the Gigawatt. And there's an unboxing on my video where I unboxed a Optimus Prime. It was a knockoff out of China of a G1 Optimus Prime, but it is so close. They're doing them so close now to the original ones, they weigh the same. It looked just like it did to me on Christmas morning, 1984, opening it with the styrofoam, all that. And I ordered mine a couple years ago for $50 on China, but the popularity has since went up. I think they're about 80 or 100 now. But thank you for that compliment. A lot of people have been saying I've got an awesome channel. They like my videos. That's awesome that you mentioned about the Canadians, though, because I try to be as Canadian acting as I can on here, for frig's sakes. Well, that's cool. 2 years of dedication to piece everything together. Good on you. But yeah, sometimes that's the focus. If you watch my channel, the focus of it is to build your collection without breaking your bank. And what I do is I try to teach you guys not to pull the trigger too quick, to shop around, always shop around. Even if you're at a toy show, you could see a die-cast car for $50 on this table, but then it's $25 over here. And I've been burned a few times myself, so that's what I always pump up. And sometimes it takes a while to get the piece that you want. Like, I'll put it in my head, I'm not going to pay that ridiculous price. I won't have it. And then it'll pop up on Marketplace or Kijiji or whatever. But I've gotten, like, the best deal I've gotten for the 1 of 18 scale movie cars is my 1 of 18 scale Auto Art Bullet. I got that in the box this year for $100 in the box. And those, if you check Facebook Marketplace, they're about $3 or $3.50 Canadian. But that's what I try to tell you guys, not to overpay, to shop around. And that's why I always post the deals I find, so that you guys know it's possible. It's not just a fluke. It just takes some time. I really like your channel. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, my channel is all about trying to help you guys build a collection and save money. Visit Marking soon. Indian dinner on me. That is awesome, my friend. I will totally do that. I'll hook up with you if I come to Markham. I'm telling you guys all the time that I feel that you guys are friends to me and we're all close. We haven't had any jokers overrunning the channel in the comments or anything like that. So you guys feel like my friends, and I met a few of you. And it's funny because I get people coming up to me now at toy shows and stuff, and I love it. I always tell you guys, if you see me in public, even if you see me and it's not a toy show, if you see me in Walmart, come up and say hello because I love that. And I will interact with any of you guys all the time. And I try to respond to all your comments. Sometimes it might take me a day or two because I'm on my two shifts. I'm either 4 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. or 12:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. So every week they go back and forth to the polar opposite. So sometimes I get pretty burnt out, but I always respond to all of your comments. And if you ever visit Canada, you're going to have to look us up. We're in Stony Creek, Hamilton. Stony Creek, which is like a suburb, outskirts of Hamilton. It's where the rich people live, although I'm not rich. But we are, so if you go one way 45 minutes, you're in Toronto. And if you go the other way 45 minutes, you're in Niagara Falls. So we're in a pretty good location for tourist stuff. And okay, my friends, I hate to cut it short, but I'd love to stay on here because the time is just flying. We've been on here for over an hour already. I've got to start getting ready for my work in the morning because I got to get up at 2:30, which sucks. And Glenn also might have to work. And thank you. A lot of my knowledge, my friend, is from me making mistakes and trying to help you guys not make the same mistake. I'm definitely not perfect. I've definitely made mistakes, but my mistakes, I try to show you guys not to make the same ones. Thank you for your compliments. And no problem for the stream, Heavy Nate. We're going to try to do this all the time. See you, Rowdy Bobby. We're trying to work on a schedule that works for both of us, for all of us right now. Make sure you eat some grub. Oh, I will for sure. Yeah, as soon as I hang up. Thank you for everything. No problem, the Boston Ranger. This evening, I'm going to be looking for that model. Okay, guys, thank you so much for everybody that joined in. Wow, what a response. Once again, we're going to be doing this. We're going to try to do it once a week. We're just going to come up with a schedule that works for everybody. We don't want to do it when everybody's eating dinner. We don't want to do it when you're in bed. And we also have to do it when me and Glenn have time to do it. And you have a good night too, my friend. And I'm going to look you up if I come to Markham. Okay, you guys, have a good night. Be safe. Love from the Cowie Diecast Museum from Glenn as well. Be safe, guys. And we'll chat again soon. This was fun.
Good night.
Glenn says good night.